Hello and welcome back to Claiborne. Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do some interior decorating today. So we're climbing the pink ladder. And we have basically a blank slate. So this is an attic loft in my two-room cabin. And as you can see, it is unfinished. So I want to create a space up here. I want it to be, I would say bedroom, but it's not really a bedroom, although it will have a mattress up here. But mostly it's a place to display my stuff, which my stuff equals my dolls. And I have one reborn, and I never get to handle him because he's always put up. And then many of you who have been with my channel know how many Barbies I have. And my little Barbie dioramas, like that one right over there. And today I don't really have any money to spend on this project. So this is just gonna be a freebie. Let me see what I can do. I need the space. I need to put Barbies. Barbies have to go somewhere. And we're in the process of moving lots of things around. And so Barbies have never really had their own space. Sort of, but not really. And now they definitely don't have a space. And so I need to make a space to display my dolls. So without further ado, let's see what we can make happen in this little Barbie bedroom loft. All right, well, it's only 101 or 2 degrees out here, and the feels like temp is, I don't know, something along the surface of the sun temperature. It's probably got to be measured in Kelvin. It's very hot outside. That's why inside project is perfect. And look what I found. I had a suspicion that this was back here, but it's been back here a long time and it's pretty rough. So it's not pretty, but it is foam boards. Looks to be about 1.5 inches thick. And yeah, it's not pretty, but I'll see if I can at least wipe it down. I don't even have like a lot of water to spare because as many of you know, I use rainwater and I only have 2 barrels in use right now. So yeah, we have to ration our rainwater. So I could maybe wipe them down and make sure that there's no ants crawling on them and old leaves and sticks. And then we're gonna cut this out to cover those that insulation in the ceiling and walls. That stuff would just be too itchy and horrible on my Barbies and on a mattress. So it has to be covered, and it's the best I have. So let's just see what we can do to work with this foam board. So as you can see, it fits. So I have to make another one for the other side. But there's no amount of washing or scrubbing that's gonna make that look pretty. So I found all this material, like a bunch of material. And I think before I ever install it, which is gonna be weird because I have to put screws through material, but it'd be a lot easier if I cover this thing with material first and then put it in place. So now I'm gonna go make a duplicate, use this as a template, then I'll cover them both with that blue material. So my husband says you want to keep the silver side towards the ceiling. So we're going to cover this side with the material. I got a lot of material, thank goodness. And I'm just going to attach it with staples, I think. Sort of like if you were going to recushion a chair. So I'm going to kind of do it like that. Okay, so we didn't have the staples that would be long enough to hold this material in place. Because of the way that styrofoam is made, it's hard to get anything to poke into styrofoam and stay there. So we ended up just using thumbtacks and duct tape to hold the thumbtacks in place. And we made our wall panel. So now all I have to do is cover another one this size, make 2 for the ceiling, and then 1 for the back, which is a different shape, but we have some paper that we can press into the wall to make a template for that one. Okay, that took all day. And I found out it was 99, but felt like 108 outside. And most of this work I had to do outside. So here it is, my little Barbie loft. It's not perfect by a long shot, but it's still going to be a fun space, I think, up here. So that basically is like my headboard at this point. I'm hoping to be able to fit my my reborn doll up here, and I have a couple of mattresses that came with my husband's camper that he said I could have, and so he's going to bring those up for me, and then we're going to put them out and see how much space I have to work with for my dolls. So that's it so far. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work. I was like upholstering all day, and I kind of suck at it, but I mean, it's got a foam, it's not gonna rain insulation on my dolls, and it's gonna, you know, I can always, like that right there, I can always fix that later. I just need to get some long staples, but for having no money to spend on this project so far, I'm kind of happy with it. Okay, let's get those mattresses in here. Well, here we are. So I know that if I get some longer staples, I have some more of that material, and I can just cover those little spots that show. But I managed to get both mattresses up here and put a couple of bedspreads on it. I've always loved this blanket here. It was a gift from my husband, and I never had a place to keep it because Molly sleeps with me and I didn't want Molly on it. So now it has a spot to be. And there's a little cradle right there. I have one reborn doll. I call him Matthias. That's him right there. And I collect Barbies, but I only have one reborn. And he's a weighted, real reborn. So he's is very artistic and looks in his face like a real baby, and is weighted like a real baby, and you can dress him in newborn clothes. And I'm very attached to him, so I just have the one. But when it comes to Barbie, I have a lot of Barbies. So those are some Barbies, except for her right here. I got her brand new, but all these other Barbies here, my husband picked up for me at an auction, and I haven't had a chance to go through and clean them up yet. So I'll be doing that. I even have a Rapunzel over there with the super long hair, and I'll be doing a boil wash on her. I got to put out my fluffies, my little throw pillows, and stuffed animals that because of Molly, I can't have those things down in her realm because she thinks everything is a Molly fluffy and needs to be defluffed. For a headboard, I have some Barbie cases, which absolutely thrills me. And it's just a little Barbie house. It's my little, I don't know, Barbie hideaway, I guess. And Matthias finally gets to be out. He looks really warm for 108 heat index day. He's dressed kind of warm, so I'm gonna put his clothes, he's got a whole collection of clothes, and I'm gonna put those over in my dresser, and then I'll change him appropriately for tomorrow. But now he actually gets to be out and about, and I absolutely love getting to see my dolls. I can actually see them, and they don't have to be, you know, put away in totes. So this makes me really happy, and it's a nice sized bed up here. We have to add a couple more feet and a railing before anybody could actually sleep up here in a guest room. But for now, it's a great place just to display all of my dolls and my fluffies. You know, I get like these from the grandkids, and I don't have anywhere to keep them and show them off, and now I do. I didn't before, but now I do. All right, guys, I'm so glad that you were with me through this project. This was a hot one, but working in the attic loft on a day like today, you know, it almost felt like working outside. Well, I did work outside a lot, but you know, I had a $0 budget for this, which I really didn't think I'd need anything. I kind of knew what I had laying around, and with the rearranging that we're doing, I was able to just bring some elements together and put them together for free. Hopefully this video inspires you to do the same. If you have collectibles and fun things that you want to display, but you have nowhere to display them, maybe this video will inspire you to create a space of your very own. All right, y'all, I'm going to end this here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. And if you so desire, there is a link to buy me a coffee. 100% of proceeds go to buying native plants for the pollinators. 100%. All right, you guys, I'm leaving you with much love, and always head for the light. Many blessings.